Hello everyone, welcome back again to Playwright with TypeScript UI Automation Testing Session 2. In today's session, you will learn how to execute fast default Playwright test script in Chromium, Firefox and Webkit browsers. So this will be the agenda for today's sessions. In today, you will learn how to install Playwright in Visual Studio Code IDE, how to create a project. After that, you will understand the project structure. You will understand Playwright default test script structure. Then you will execute or you can execute fast default test script in three important browser like Chromium, Firefox and WebKit. After that, you can generate HTML report for the test script execution, and initially all the execution will happen in three of the browser in headless mode, where you will not able to see the UI during execution, but still you can change that headless to headful mode. Apart from that, in case you want to execute your test script in Chromium, Firefox and WebKit browser separately, you can also do it. So I will cover that one also in today's session. So let's start with today's session. So in the first session, you already know what are the application or the prerequisite required to start your journey in Playwright with TypeScript. So first thing is that you need to install the any ID or integrated data environment. So here we will be using VS Code or Visual Studio Code. And second is you need to install Node.js, where as in case you are installing Node.js, automatically npm will be installed. So these three are the precondition to start your journey in the Playwright TypeScript automation world. The first one is VS Code, second one is Node.js, and third one is npm. So how you can try to create a project? So let's first open the VS Code, which is nothing but the Visual Studio Code in your system. So what I will do, I will just simply click on the start button as it is already installed, and here I will search with VS Code. So automatically you could able to see Visual Studio Code editor is there. So you need to simply click on that. So automatically your Visual Studio Code will be open, and here you are able to see your project whatever you are already working. Otherwise, for the first time it will be blank, there will be no project. Next, what you need to do, you need to create a folder, because you need to create a project, right? So you need to give some suitable name of the project. So what I will do, in any of the directory, whether C drive, D drive or any folder, you can create a folder. So let's right click and let's in that particular Playwright project folder, I'll be creating a folder for the project called Playwright TypeScript training. So that will be my project. So Playwright TypeScript training. Now let's open the folder through VS Code. So click on the file and then click on the open folder, because we are opening the folder to create the project. And you could see here you can select the folder whatever we just created just now, and click on select the folder. Now this folder will be loaded into the VS Code, but nothing is there, right? Just this is the simple folder, so nothing will be there. So no structure is there in the folder currently, but we will be creating the structure, we'll be creating the project properly. What you need to do, third step, so we already opened the VS Code in our system. We created the new project or folder and we have tried to open it through VS Code. Now we need to navigate to extension marketplace and need to install Playwright extension. So if we, there is a extension option, right? You could see in the left pane, right? There is Explorer, search, source control, run and debug, extension, right? Agent session and testing option there. So you need to click on the extension, or you can press Control Shift X. So click on the extension and here search something with Playwright. Okay. So automatically you could able to see Playwright test for VS Code option. Click on that and you can just install. So it is already installed in my system. So you can just uninstall it, and we can try to click on the install again. So automatically Playwright test for VS Code will be installed in your system. It might take couple of seconds time, so wait for that time until it is completely installed. You could see in the extension marketplace, search for the Playwright extension. User can find it by typing Playwright into the search bar. Install Playwright test for VS Code extension. Wait for the installation process to complete. User can install specific Playwright version as well instead of default latest version if required. Sometimes user need to restart VS Code as well. So in case your VS Code is not properly installed, you just need to restart your system. Apart from that, you can uninstall or if you install a specific version, always your latest version will be installed in case you want to install through this way. But if you want to install any specific version, you could see here install specific version, and you could see lot of versions will be available, right? All the versions will be available, whatever is there. Otherwise, by default, like default version will be automatically installed, right? Simply just click on the install Playwright test for VS Code, automatically it will install. Okay. Now simply you can just come here, so automatically it will be there, and you can open the project. Now if you expand it, still nothing is there. The project is completely blank. Now what will be your fourth step or last step to install the Playwright? So I already created my project. I already installed Playwright extension, Playwright test for VS Code. Now I need to install the Playwright another way. So we need to press Control Shift P, or we can navigate to view and command palette option. So I can either press Control Shift P, or I can go with view and there is an option called command palette, right? And here you can search with Playwright. Okay, you could see there's options available, install Playwright. So you need to click here, and after you click here you can select the suitable browser, right? Because Playwright support Chromium, Firefox and Webkit. So and automatically add GitHub action workflow is there, you can uncheck it if required, but 3 browser is required because, right, based on a requirement you can execute a test case in 3 of the browsers. So let's first select the 3 options, or you can select the options also. If required, you can use the JavaScript, but here we'll be not be selecting because we'll be using like we'll be working with Playwright with TypeScript, so we are not using JavaScript. Now click on OK. So it will take some time to install it. Okay, so all the browser will be installed from the Playwright latest version. So these browsers it will be taking not from your system. Instead of that, it will be taking from the Playwright configuration based on the version you already install in your system. Now you could see, right? It's already installed and it is showing happy hacking, right? You could see that this is the options available for more information. Now you can come here. You could see it's already installed. Now you could see here after just doing this one, right? You could able to see couple of things got changed here. So, let's expand it a little bit so you could able to visualize properly. You could see whenever you already did, right, it tried to install 3 browsers. Apart from that, in the same project or folder, there's a package.json file created. You could see the name is there, right? Whatever folder name you have given, version is 1.0, right? And then other stuff also available here. Okay, now you could expand the project. You could able to see couple of folder got created. So that is the way automatically you need to just create the folder. You need to install the Playwright from the extension, and here also you need to install the Playwright, right? So and for the required browser, so automatically your project will be like added with all the prerequisite to start your journey in the for the Playwright with TypeScript. Okay, so we can either press Ctrl Shift plus P or navigate to the view command palette options, and then search the Playwright keyword in the search box, then click on the install Playwright button or option and install the necessary browser. Playwright does not rely on user system browser, that I already told. Instead, it fetches its versions of Chromium, Firefox, and Webkit, which is nothing. Webkit is nothing but Safari's engine. These browsers are tried to Playwright release. So, in case you are like installing any version, so for that version, whatever browser is already like mapped, those will be automatically installed for your project, and you will be able to execute your script for these 3 browser: Firefox, Webkit, and Chromium. So now we are already done with the project setup. So automatically default project setup completely completed. Now we'll understand the project structure. Now user will able to see the like couple of folder structure in the project, like node module, node underscore module, okay, then git dot github, okay, workflow, because we already selected the github, otherwise it will not be coming, okay. So that part we can ignore, okay, in case you are not selecting, that will not be coming. Then node module is there, then test folder, then git ignore, then package hyphen log json, then package.json, and playwright.config.ts file is also coming here. Now you could see, you'll understand the folder structure whatever created. What is node underscore modules? This is the folder where all the modules or package user is downloading and installing will be getting stored. So this is the like if you expand, you could see the Playwright and other Playwright code, right, and other options already installed. So whatever, right, like all the extension you have already installed, so all will be available here. In case you install other extension, automatically it will be added to your node underscore modules folder. So this is the folder all about. Now git ignore. These exclude files from the version controls. For example, the node underscore modules can be ignored when committing to the repository, as they get regenerated when running install. So this part you can also ignore. That will be not be going to a actual repository. This will exclude file from the version control. So in case you are again trying to install, so automatically it will regenerate. Then your test folder. So this is your second folder and this is your third folder. Git ignore. What is test folder? This is the container where all your actual test script will be automatically generated default one. After that, you can create n number of folder, you can create n number of script. That is fine. So this is the container for the .spec.ts file. So if you just expand it, you could able to see default, right, example.spec.ts file got generated in this particular folder. Okay, user can choose any name. Usually they are called test or spec here. Playwright generate an example.spec.ts automatically with many different scenario to explore. We'll go to that whatever scenario already got default or generated or came by default. Now fourth one is package-log.json. Okay, so if you open it, you could see your project structure is coming here. Name, version, log version, requires, right? Other stuff is there. And what are the latest version for Node.js? What are the latest version for Playwright install? You will get all the information here. Okay. So this is the part we'll be learning slowly later at the point of time. So right now you can understand what is package-log.json. It's generated automatically when node underscore module tree or the package.json get modified. Then your package.json will be coming. This is the folder where you could able to see again. It's mostly same, but it is having only one version here, right? So package.json, user can configure their command to run the test, build their test, lint the code, and set the module or package user want to use in this project. So this is one of the important critical folder here, right? A critical file, which is JSON dot extension is .json file, right? Where you are able to get all the details, what Playwright version, what are the dependency added, what is the name, who is the author, what is the type of the right, all this stuff will be getting. Now your playwright.config.ts. So this is the heart of the Playwright. All the configuration, whatever execution you want to perform, right, it will be there. So this will be the configuration file. Anything related to browser, timeout, and parallelism can be configured here. So now if you open it, right, playwright.config.js, you could see what are the import is coming, right? Then you could able to see default, right, test directory folder name where your test case will be automatically by default will be coming, whether we are able to run it fully parallel. So you could see fully parallel option is 2, means whatever execution will be doing automatically parallel, right? Lot of other stuff, retries is there, right, in case like you want to like integrate through ci, right, or continuous integration, you could see the retry mechanism there if in case of failure, right? Apart from the report type, what is the report type you want to generate, later point of time you can change it, modify it. And test viewer part is their project. You could see now this is the very important, right? The project, which browser it will be running, you could see the browser name already coming like Chromium, Firefox, and Webkit. So that is the reason now, in case you are running your default test script will be running in three browser, because here in the config.ts file, right, all the three browser is there. Okay. In case you are running generically, so it will be running for all the three browser, but we will see how we can run only for particular browser. That part will be learning slowly. Then last one is example.spec.ts. So this is the default like test script or spec got generated, where like I think two default test cases there. So what is this all about? It is automatically generated when installing Playwright and contains many examples user can use for their test. So that is the all about the basic project structure for the Playwright with TypeScript. Now we'll be learning the Playwright test script structure. Whatever is got generated, what are those? There is import, right, options there. This is the test. Okay, it is having some title, right? This is the having some step. This is having some assertion, and again another test got generated with some steps, some assertion, all this stuff. So what is all this stuff all about? We'll be learning here slowly. Okay, so Playwright TypeScript test script follows a structured approach for readability and maintainability. So there are important four stuff here you need to understand from the test script structure perspective. First one is the import. The script begins by importing necessary modules from the @playwright hyphen or slash test package. So this is your package from where all the import is happening, right? So the script begins by importing necessary modules from the @playwright hyphen test package. Where it is residing, you could see if you go to the node choice, right? You could see the playwright options is there. Okay, here you will be able to get all the details. Playwright hyphen test. So from where your all the from this extension, your all the important functionality will be coming here. Okay. So the @playwright slash test package is the core component of Playwright, an end-to-end testing framework for web-based application. It provides the necessary tools and functionality to write, run, and manage web tests. In essence, @playwright slash test is a comprehensive solution for building robust and efficient end-to-end test for web-based or web application-based project. So this is the all about the import first part, right? This is the first line of code. Now we'll come with the test block. So this is the block, test block, right? So test block or test functions. Okay, it is a block or function. Each individual test case is defined using the test function, which accept a descriptive string for the test name and a asynchronous callback function. So this is the test function. This is the nothing but the title of the test. So you can later point out, you can rename. This is all coming by default. So we are not renaming anything. Just trying to understand the default structure of the script, whatever is being generated, right, automatically. Then you could see there's a asynchronous function is coming. The page is a variable, right? So what is asynchronous callback function? An asynchronous callback function in TypeScript is a function passed as an argument to another function, intended to be executed at a later time, typically after the completion of an asynchronous operation. This mechanism is fundamental for handling operations that do not complete immediately, such as network requests, timers, or file input output operations. The callback function receives a page object representing the browser page and other fixture as argument. So slowly you'll be learning what are the other fixture. We can also pass it in the asynchronous callback function. So this is about the test block. So you can have n number of test block. That means it will be considered as a test case for your Playwright test script or spec. So here there is two test cases there. This is the title of the first test case, size title. This is the title of the second test case, like get started link, and asynchronous callback with the page as an argument. Now your actions through which you want to perform the different type of operations for the like applications. So inside the test block, the page object is used to perform browser actions like navigating to URL, right? Where await await space page dot go to, right? You could see this is the functions will be used to navigating to the URL, right? Await always will be using, and then page is the variable for the right here, and this is the method where we are passing that in like application URL to open it. Okay. Apart from that, if you want to interact with that element, right, we can use await locator.click, await locator.fill. Click will just click on the button or link. Locator.fill, right, you can like pass some value, right, for the input edit box, and await.selector, right, locator.select option values. In case there's a drop down, you can just try to select some option here, and lot of stuff is there. We'll be learning slowly down the line. And retrieving information, suppose in case you want to get the title of the page or URL of the page, all this stuff you can also code with the help of the retrieving information, etc. Playwright action in TypeScript allows user to simulate interaction with web element during end-to-end testing. These actions are performed on locator object which represent specific element on the page. So in the first test case there is no locator, just simply we are opening the URL and we are trying to using some assertion and verifying this title. But second test case, you could see here, we are trying to open that URL. After that, we are trying to do some operations on locator. So this is the locator, means here we will be getting some element, right, where we are trying to identify with the help of the like get page by roles. This is the link and this is the value. Okay, and the clicks, right? So this is the first test case. Let's understand here. Okay, what is the first test case? We want to go to the playwright.dev website. Okay, this is the URL, right? Playwright.dev. If you go to the website, what is the second step or second assertion point? We are trying to expect that the title will be having that playwright word. So that's the stuff. You could see if you come here, the title, you could see this is the title, right? Fast and reliable end-to-end testing for modern applications, like then 5 playwright. So I want to validate that playwright option is there in the title or not, right, or not. So that test case will be there passed automatically. And second test case, after opening that URL, I want to like find out something link, right? Here you could see there's a get started link there, and the link title is get started, right? You could see that link thing is get started. Now if you go right click and if you click on inspect, you could see this is the link, right? Anchor tag is there. So I'll be covering again, okay, all the details. So what is the way you can get it? Just select the element, right click, click on the inspect button, or you can press F like 9 sorry, F12 button also from the keyboard. So automatically this inspect option will be coming. You could see this is the anchor tag. This option means it's a link. Okay, anchor tag means a link, button means it's a button, right? Input tag means it might be a text field, radio button or checkbox, like that. Okay, select tag means it is a drop down, like that. So I will be learning again all the stuff about the element locator. And you could see this text is get started. So through with that help of the link and text is get started, I want to identify the element, and the link I want to do the click operation. Okay, so that is the another like operation you want to perform on the locator or element, right, in the web page available. After that I want to validate that in case I am clicking on that link, right, get started link, you could see it is going to the another page where like there's an installation like thing, right, get by role heading. The installation heading what should be there. If you just select it, right click again, inspect button, you could see this is the header h1 header, right, and the header text is installation. So I want to do some assertion that element, right, header with heading is name is coming as installation. I want to use that to visible or not. After clicking on the link, that particular new page will be coming where there's options called installation header, and it will be visible. So that is the way my test case I want to just validate or doing some assertion. So my both test case will be passed here. Okay, so now last part is the assertion. So whatever step is written here, this is step or other step or our assertion. So playwright by default provide the assertion. In Selenium, right, in case you are using Selenium with Java, maybe you need to use JUnit, right, or TestNG for adding the assertion point. But here, like all the assertion will be coming as the right integrated part in the Playwright. So you don't need to install anything. As and when you are installing Playwright, automatically all the assertions like will be coming, and you can use them as and when required for your validation. So assertion are then made using the expect functions to verify the expected state of the application. So you could see whenever you are using assertion, this is the expect function we are using. Other assertion also we are using expect function. And where we can give the condition, we can directly give something like that page title to have title with something, or maybe the page with some options element, right, will visibles or any other thing. You will learning slowly what are different kind of assertion. We can use it down the line for playwright with TypeScript. No need to worry about that. So Playwright assertions are set of built-in functions which includes expect functions provided by Playwright testing framework to validate the behavior and state of a web application during automated tests. Playwright assertions are used to verify whether specific conditions are met, such as checking if an element exists, contain certain text, or has a particular state, like that. These assertions are essential for confirming that the application behaves as expected during end-to-end testing. There are many generic matches like two equal, two contain, two bit, true three, like that can be used to assert any condition. So assertion I'll be creating couple of videos separately, so you no need to worry about now. Just for now, understand what is assertion and how we can use the assertion. That's all. Okay. So now this is the four important different folder structure you need to, or the different structure you need to understand. One is the import, the second one is the test block, third one is the actions we are performing, and fourth was the assertion for actually validation, adding the validation point. Now we will try to execute our default script, whatever we already installed, right, in the through the terminal. Okay. So here, what command you need to write? Type it. So already all the things installed. We already got the default test script, right? So there are two test script already there. But here all the test script will be running in three browser, because in the config file three browser is there, right, as a valid browser setup. So what's the command we need to run? We need to open the terminal. In case terminal is not open, you can just click on the view and terminal. Simply click view and terminal. So automatically terminal will be visible here. In case sometime terminal got closed, like that, you can get it. No need to worry about that. In case you no need to like be panic like the terminal is not able to see. No need to worry about that. So okay. So open the terminal by navigating to view terminal options in the project root directory. After that, you need to run the command npx playwright test, and you can give the spec.ts file name in case there are multiple files, but if you want to like run only one file. In case there is only one file, no need to give that option like example.spec.ts. Or in case there are three files, if you want to run all the tests, you also no need to give any file name. Okay. Otherwise, in case you are having suppose 10 files, if you want to execute only one file, you can give the file name. Otherwise, simply give npx playwright test. Okay. So in case user is having only one file or want to execute all of them, they do not need to specify which spec.ts file need to be run. But in case user want to execute a single file out of multiple files, they need to specify the .spec.ts name in the terminal. All the test script will be running in free install browser, and user is able to get the desired result in the terminal, specifying total test script executed and status along with total time spent during execution. By default, execution will happen in headless mode, so you will not able to see the browser UI. So browser UI will not be visible. So let's try to run the command npx slash playwright slash test. Npx slash playwright slash test, because we are only having one script and I want to run that script, so I am not specifying the script name. Just hit enter. So you could able to see all your executions will be happening for three browsers. So we have two test cases, but three browsers, so it will be actually happening for six total test cases. One execution is done, you will be able to get the status here, but your execution will happen in the headless mode. You could see six pass, you no browser open, right? Now, suppose in case there is multiple spec file there, right? If you want to run it, so what you can do? Just you can again type the command npx slash playwright slash okay space test, and you can give the spec file name. So just click on the upward button, automatically latest command will be there, upward and downward from your laptop. So all the command will be visible here like that, right? And give space. What is the file name? Example.spec.ts. It will be having same result. There is no difference. Okay, run it. So again, both the test case will be running in. Okay, I have given the wrong name. Okay, we have given exmaple wrong name, which is nothing the correct name. Let's give the correct name. Example, right? Spec.ts. Okay, you could see running six test case using four workers. means like it is trying to running parallelly. Here you are not able to visualize the execution because no browser is opening, because it is running by default. It will be running in the headless mode. That is the reason execution is much faster in Playwright compared to like Selenium. So you already get that stuff, right? 6 pass. But in case you want to like get the report, how you will do it? Okay. The last thing I will cover, right? This part will be covered. So in case you want to get the report, right? You need to run the command npx/playwright, right? Then sorry, in npx space playwright space show report. This command is used to open the HTML report generated by the playwright test in the web browser. So we'll start something called npx, then playwright space show hyphen report. You could see in the upper also it is coming, right? npx plus show, right? Show report to get the report. Hit enter. So automatically your report will be displayed. You could see it is coming, the spec name, and how many test cases executed, and which browser is executed. So two test cases we are having based on the title. So what is our title of the test case? You could see here. The first test case title is hash title, right? Second test case title is get started link. So this is our test case title is coming. Okay, the like test case execution happen in the for the Chromium, Firefox, and Webkit. That is the reason two test cases, but it executes in three browsers. That is the reason your total 6 execution is coming. So you could see this is the way I can filter out only the pass, fail in case something is there, flaky, skip, or all. So here all pass. So that is that's not coming. So you could see date like 14 November 2025, 8:16:23 p.m. Total time spent 10.2 seconds. And for every right individual test case what is the time, you can also get it. Now if you click here anything, right, you could able to see the step before hook, like navigate to verifying, after hook, and other stuff. So this part will be learning slowly what is before hook and after hook. No need to worry about that. What is the total time taken? 978 millisecond. This is the your spec name. All right, example.spec.ts. This is the title of the test case. This is the ran in the Chromium browser, and this is the step executed. Okay, before or after part you can just ignore it for now. Like this is just navigated, then expected, like title some validation has been done. You can go back again. Okay, if you just go for the other test case, you could see this is executed for the Firefox, but mostly same test cases. It's like taken only 4.6 millisecond, like that. So that is the way you will get the details result or report, right? Using that npx playwright space show hyphen report. So, okay, so this command serves the HTML report locally, allowing user to view a detailed summary of their test run. This command will automatically locate and open most recently generated HTML report, typically found in the playwright-report directory by default. So now you could see here, right? If you refresh it, you could see there is a another folder generated, right? Playwright-report. So you could see default report is coming. Okay. You can also right click and you could see here you can get the path, right? Copy the path, or you can just open in integrated terminal or reveal in like file explorer. Okay, and then you can open it with any browser. So that is the also you can open it if you do not want to run it, right, open it using the right terminal. So that is also possible. Okay, apart from that you can just simply delete the report if required. You can delete the complete folder, so next time also report will be generated, that not be a problem. Or if you can just copy the path, right, after that open the file explorer and you can just give the path here. Okay, so you could see it's also opening. So that is the way you can get the report. If required you can delete the report as well. Okay, or delete the complete folder, so next time again report will be generated. You can delete it, that not be a problem. Okay, now report got generated. Okay, now all are running in three of the browser. Okay, now let's understand about the report what is there. So the HTML report provides a comprehensive overview of the test result, like test summary, total number of test case passed, executed, failed, skipped, etc. Filtering option. It is also giving the options or ability to filter test by status, passed, failed, skipped, browser, and other criteria. Detailed test information. Clicking on individual test like reveals detailed information including test event action, error message and stack traces for the failed test case, screenshot and traces if configured for visual debugging, network request made during the test execution. So that part you already seen it. I have removed, deleted it. And apart from that, this command is a valuable tool for analyzing test failure, understanding test execution flow, and reviewing overall test suite performance. So that is all about the HTML report. Now, say we already running our test script for all the three browser. Okay, but my question is like my requirement is I will be running only npx playwright test. Okay, same test case I want to run only for a single browser without giving the browser name in the command. So how can I do it? In case users simply want to execute test script in the specified browser, they need to open the playwright.config.ts file. So what I need to do, I need to open that playwright.config.ts file. So here you could see there are a lot of browsers available, right? So in case any browser I do not want to execute, simply what I can do, I can just say I want to only execute in the Chromium browser. So other browser you can simply select and you can just comment it out. Okay. So and you can use shortcut also for the commenting, control plus slash. Okay, control slash and plus. So automatically you could see this is commented out, right? This part commented out, so only my Chromium browser is available, so only it will be executed in my using my Chromium browser. So if you want to zoom in, zoom out, press control and plus to zoom out and press control minus to like zoom in. Okay, so now you save your code, save your playwright.config.ts. So now it's only should be executing for only one browser. Okay, which is Chromium. Now let's try to rerun it again, right? You could see here already report generated, so you need to press Control C to quit, Control C to quit. Now it's there. Now we'll be just running the same command again, right, to run it. So we can remove that example.spec. Simply try to run npx space playwright space test, because only one like ts config dot sorry one spec.ts file is there. So now it will be running only in the for the Chromium browser. So two test cases will be executed. You could see now two passed, right? So if you want to generate the report, you could see here. Okay, it is project Chromium. This is the spec file name. Only Chromium browser executed. Total two passed. You can filter out if required. Okay, and now if you want to just expand it, you will be getting it. Total number of time all this stuff will be there. Okay, here you can expand it also. You could see what are the step executed. So that is the in case something failure, right, this is the way it will help you to understand the error, right, and debug it also. Okay, here also, right, you could see any validation point added, so you could able to see which line number all this stuff is there. Okay, so that is the way you can analyze the report, and which will help you, right, to understand the failure reason, or what are the assertion added, what are the step we're executing, like without opening your actually test script. From the report you can also analyze it. So this is the beautifully like integrated HTML reports, like by default it is already integrated, so you don't need to install any plugin or any other extension to get the report. Now what I can do, I can just simply press Ctrl Z, right, so that my all the browsers will be available to execute, and press Ctrl S. So in case you are running it, so all the automatically browser will be executed. Now again if you can press Ctrl C, and again you can try to run it, so automatically again your total two test cases will be executed for all the three browsers, so total six test cases will be executed. So two test cases for Chromium, two test cases for Safari, two test cases for WebKit. But here all your execution is happening in the headless mode. You are not able to like visualize the execution. You are able to just verify the result and verify the report that all are passed. But your requirement is that like you want to also visualize the execution. Okay, in the headed mode. Apart from that, you want to, you are already having three browser configured for your system, but you want to execute only for a specific browser. So what is the way you can do it? You can execute the command, below command already there, to run the test script in all the three browsers separately and headed mode. So user will able to see the UI level execution. Now in case you want to execute in a particular browser, so what you need to give? npx playwright test. You can give the spec file name if multiple file is there, otherwise you can just simply ignore it. Okay, so let's give it in case three browser installed, but I want to execute only single browser. npx playwright test, give space, then hyphen hyphen project equal to Firefox. Same command already whatever there. Okay, with the uppercase, lowercase already there. Now let's execute it. So now your execution will still happen in the headless mode only, but it will be only executing for the Firefox browser. Though you're in the config file 3 browser is already available, but your execution is happening in the Firefox browser. Now, next question will be coming that I want to visualize the execution. I want to see the UI execution. So, what is the way I can do it? Just simply take the same command and give space and adds like hyphen hyphen called headed hyphen hyphen headed. So now your execution will be happening in the headful mode, but parallelly. You could see it is trying to execute in the Firefox browser, but your execution will happen parallelly. Okay, you are able to see the execution, but maybe 2 days you are not able to properly see it. So what is the way you can stop the parallelism initially, but later point of time parallelism should be there so that your execution will be much faster. But if you want to just see the execution one by one, so what is the way you need to do it? You need to go to the playwright.config.ts file, and there's options available, right? Fully parallel, true, you can make it to false. So this is the boolean value it will only take. False means your execution will happen in the isolated mode one by one, not in the parallel, right? Now just press save the file, and now let's try to run it again, right? Same command npx space playwright space test space hyphen hyphen project equal to Firefox means Firefox browser, space hyphen hyphen headed means you want to see the execution, right, individually one by one instead of parallelly. Now let's try to run it. Let's see what's happening here. It will run the test case one by one. The first test case will execute and the second test case will be executed. Okay, you are able to see it now. Now next, same way, if you want to only run it only for the WebKit browser, so what you can do, same command, instead of Firefox, you can just change it to WebKit. Okay, so here you need to div WebKit, W capital letter. That's all. Okay, now hit enter. So your execution will happen isolated way in the WebKit browser one by one with headful mode. So you could see able to see the execution until 2 days case pass. Now same way, last one, if you want to just execute for the Safari browser, okay, so where you need to give Chromium browser, like WebKit already did, Firefox already did, now I want to do it Chromium, so all will be lowercase. Chromium browser, same, nothing, you just need to change the project equal to browser name Chromium. In case your syntax is in like not correct, it will be giving you some error. You could see it's happening in the Chromium browser one by one, and 2 days case execution done. So that is the way, right, you can like try to configure, and you can try to change your playwright.config.ts file, where if you want to just run by default only for one browser, if you want to run them headless or headful, parallelly or other stuff, you can do it. And here this command you can add it only in case you want to see the execution, but in case you want to see the execution it might slow down your speed, but for the initial stuff, initial time, because you need to understand the execution happening or not properly, so for that you can do it headed mode. But later point of time, one you are really habituated, you already got the good knowledge, so you can run it headful mode so that your execution will be much faster. So what you learned today, like what we did today, we just simply like created a folder, like, and open the Visual Studio Code Editor, or like open that folder, install that Playwright extension, install the Playwright for the like relevant browsers. Automatically my folder structure got created or generated, like where we are having node modules, test folder, like git ignore and package hyphen log json file, package json file, like config file, and your our like a default spec also there. And where like you'll be having couple of sections in the that spec, like import is there, test block is there, it is nothing but the test case, like actions is there where you can perform different action like navigating to a page, identifying a element, doing some operation, and assertion is nothing, actually you are verifying or adding the validation point. Then we can open the terminals, and then we can run the command, right, npx space playwright space test, Optionally, we can give the spec file name in case there is multiple file. If you want to run only one file, and automatically your execution will done, and you can able to get the desired result in the terminal itself. After that, you can if you want to see the report, you can type you can run the command called npx space playwrights space show hyphen report. So it will give you the proper HTML report where you can get to know the test summary, different filtering options, test information, any specific error is there or not. And now lastly, all your execution will be done in the default headless mode and also parallelly. Okay, but if you want to just change it from headless to headful, you can just change the config file accordingly, like that options from the fully parallel option from false to false. And now if you want to run your test script instead of all the install browser specific browser wise, so only just you need to add this command, right? Npx playwrights test, then space hyphen hyphen project equal to Firefox or Chromium or Webkit browser specific. And again after that, if you want to run as a headful mode, you need to give space hyphen hyphen headed, so automatically your execution you could able to visualize as well. So that's are the different topics that to cover it today. Just follow the upcoming videos to get the complete knowledge in the playwright with TypeScript. And I can guarantee that if you follow it sequentially, just do the proper practice, you can able to develop your own framework without much support from anyone or outside. That's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.